Very excited to share Marc Jacobs Beauty, the return of Marc Jacobs Beauty today on Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. I'm a fashion and beauty editor. Done this stuff for more than 25 years. So hopefully you can trust me to tell you whether these products are worth spending your money on or not. Make sure that you subscribe. So let's take a look at what we got. A whole smattering. UPS held it hostage for a bit, but I have it here today. I'm going to swatch it for you in the warm California sunshine and all that good stuff. Okay, so, you know, this was the pinnacle of the beauty world so many seasons and years ago. And I was a huge fan back then. I had everything. And then it went away and we all were so sad. And now it's back and it's under Coty, which does his Daisy perfume. So we have this Daisy packaging on pretty much everything. Really gorgeous packaging on all of these products. The question is, how are they going to hold up? I've already been playing with them and swatching with them, and they look absolutely beautiful. So let's start. We're going to show, don't worry, I'm going to swatch them all for you, but I also want to just kind of try them on and talk about it. You know, the question is, how are they going to perform? Here is, let's start with the Heart on Lipstick. This is $34. Look at this packaging. It almost looks like a Mylar balloon, heart on the end of it. Now, I got the shade on red, but there's 15 shades, and this is $34. This is available on Marc Jacobs' website and on Sephora, and many of these shades are sold out. This is a blue red. I tend to look good in a bit of a warmer red, but I don't think it is too cool. Kind of like Elson from Pat McGrath. Oh, went on easily and nicely. I only bought one shade. So the reason I bought the red, well, first of all, I love red. But secondly, if you want to know how a product performs, really performs, you're going to get it in the darkest shade. It's really easy for a neutral shade. And I love neutral shades, but it's easy for them to perform well. If things are going to get messy, it's going to be with the darker shade. And I was talking to you guys. Take a look. So it's got a certain shine to it. You can see that even in that swatch. Don't worry, we're going to take it outside soon. It feels really nice, really hydrating. There's a lot of emulsion, comfy, and it's spread beautifully. And this is a very pretty red. I don't usually like the cooler reds, but it's a pretty one. And we have the heart-shaped packaging, a little bit kind of plastic, but certainly fun. Very young, but very fun. It's fun. I am not mad at it. Okay, let's take a look at the bronzer. So like I showed you, just a moment ago when I held it up. This is the Legally Bronze bronzer. It's $42 and it's got the Daisy because Coty is doing Marc Jacobs' line right now. I got the 20 light medium, but it comes in 8 shades. The bronzer back in the day was, to me, one of the highlights of the Marc Jacobs line. It was a really big bronzer, and the question is it going to perform as well? The thing about the Marc Jacobs line originally, you guys, in all honesty, well, we have a lot of poof into the air, a lot of kickback, but that's just because it's finely milled, but it is poofing into the air. No scent at all. The lipstick does initially have a little bit of a scent. Let me just go back and look at that to know. Almost like a little bit of a tutti fruity scent, but it goes away really quickly. This has absolutely no scent at all. And I'm telling you, the bronzer was the thing. That was back before people did really, this isn't as big. And it was back before, you know, the makeup scene was just kind of heating up. Let me do one side of the face. And it wasn't what it blew up and became. So the question is, with Marc Jacobs, was it original line? Was it just kind of timing, you know? There wasn't a ton of great makeup on the market. We were all just discovering Charlotte Tilbury, and there wasn't a lot going on, okay? What do you think of this? I know you see it here on my... Okay, let me do this here. I'm just kind of bronzing with it. Yes, there's a lot of kickback and a lot of kick up, but when I swatched it for the outdoor swatches, the softness of this is silky smooth. So I would say that's just because it's finely milled, but if you're bothered by a lot of kickback, you'll be bothered. I mean, I do see it in the air. I am an allergy sufferer and it's not making me sneeze or anything. And I think the shade is beautiful. It is, yeah, you probably see it on my forehead now because you can't unsee it. Let me blend it a little better. So you're gonna see it a little bit. You wouldn't notice that if you just saw me outside, but it is kind of a little bit, it's a little bit red. this shade. This is the second shade, right? It's a little bit red. I don't think it's too warm though, you guys. Now you'll have to tell me if you are a cool tone lover or you have skin that needs the cooler shades. Bronzers are always going to be warm. This is not a contour, it's a bronzer that's supposed to warm up the face. So it's always going to be a little warm. But I have a lot of viewers in my audience who tell me that it doesn't matter. The warmer it goes, the harder it is for them to wear. So you'll have to let me know. For me, look at that beautiful mirror in there and the daisy. And it's smooth as silk. For me, this is as nice as his original bronzer, but maybe not as saturated. And I'm okay with that. I really am okay with that. The other bronzer, you know, it really blended out beautifully, but it had more of an impact. I don't know. So far, I like it. And no scent. I really like that. Okay, how about a blush? So this is the joystick blush. This to me is the silliest of the packaging. Do you know what this reminds me of? Do you guys know the artist Jeff Koons? You've probably seen the little balloon dog that he does in the metal sculpture. This really feels Jeff Koons to me. The art on here, if you're an art lover of contemporary art, you'll know what I mean. And this is a very chunky, like I said, whimsical packaging. I'm not upset by it, but I do find it kind of whimsical. This joystick blush is called Cherry Tease. And it definitely has a little bit of a cherry scent. It's not overpowering at all. And it's $35, but there's 10 shades. And I went ahead and got this because I thought it would kind of go with the lipstick a little bit. Again, we'll look at it outside in a moment. But let's take a look. And I have a Merit brush here. There was no brushes that I saw with this. I will tell you this. There's a mascara that I didn't bother to pick up. And then there's an illuminating gel that I'm embarrassed I didn't realize was part of the collection. So I skipped. I'm so sorry. But when there's more of the collection, because come on, we know foundation is coming, right? And more shades. I'll pick up that gel. That blended like a dream. And for such a dark, deep shade, I think it went on very, very, very easily. So let's try it again. It is blending without me having to pull on my skin. It would blend with the fingers too, but I like it with this kind of kabuki style synthetic brush. Look how beautifully, there's no stain there. I really went really hard right there because I want to see if it's going to stain. Again, you want to know how it's going to perform, and I want to test this for you. You got to do it in the darkest shade. Let's see. Okay, that is definitely darker. I really went heavy on this side just so I could see if it would blend. Yeah, and it kind of blends the more I use it. What if I kind of went a little under? You know, just to give, I've been doing that a lot lately, a little bit of a, like I've been in the sun look. Well, I actually haven't because I'm a vampire and I hide from the sun. What do you guys think? With the lip, and this lip remains a really, God, it's just super comfy lip. You know, this is sometimes it's hard to wear red. When I wear red this dark, I sometimes feel like it's going to be on my teeth. Look, it's not moving around. It's not slipping. It's not getting on my teeth. And this was very easy to blend for such a dark shade. Like I told you, the only things I skipped, I did skip the mascara. Let me know if you want me to pick that up. And I skipped the highlighter. Again, let me know if you want me to pick that up. Trust me, there will be more releases. Let's look at the Drawn This Way eyeliner. This is a $26 eyeliner and comes in 21 shades. I got So Tea and You Wish. So Tea is the metallic, and You Wish is kind of a really chocolatey matte shade. Almost an espresso. I was never a massive fan of the original Marc Jacobs pencils. I had, I think, all of them because there really wasn't much back then, you know. But I had almost all of them. Let me just tight line with it and see if we like it. Yeah, that's pretty, huh? Pardon me pulling up my eyelid. And what I'll do is I'll let you know if it lasted. I hate these beautiful dark eyeliners, and then you go out the door and they're gone. You know, you've kind of your tears. So I'll put that down right here. But let's look at this metallic shade, So Tea. Now these appear to not be self-sharpening, but they're plastic. So this is like almost like the Victoria Beckham pencil where everyone says to me, how do you sharpen it? I have a feeling even with the plastic, it's going to just go into a regular old sharpener. But I'll tell you if I was wrong about that. And in the waterline, I'm putting this beautiful kind of pinkish metallic, and maybe then in the corner. How pretty. Oh, wow. I sure put a lot of blush and bronzer on, didn't I? It's a bit much. Okay, how about, okay, well, this is going to be fun. Let's get into the eyeshadows. I got 2 of them. This is the Born Star eyeshadow. It's $29. There are 4 mattes and 10 metallics. I picked up a matte and a metallic. The matte I picked up is called Act Natural. We're going to see it in just a moment because we're going outside. And Clapback is almost like, you guys know I love this shade if you know my channel. It's like, reminds me, the first one to do it was Pat McGrath in the Sextra Terrestrial shade. Just, it's so multi-chromatic. It's green. This feels divine. The bronzer and this eyeshadow in both shades feel like glass. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. The eyeshadow feels like glass when you touch it or swatch it. Both shades. It feels like glass. Like I'm just rubbing my hand over like a cool glass. Look at that. How beautiful that is. And I have, we're going to go outside and take a look. I also have some items here that are new from Sonia G. So I could take this off. I can clean off my brushes with her. She has these 3 at Beautylish. You can get these. I'll link them below. It's not affiliated, but I'll link them below. They did, the Marc Jacobs, I bought all of this, but the Sonia G, they were kind enough to gift to me. And this is the microfiber trio for $25. You know, I love these for cleaning brushes, for cleaning makeup off my hand. You know, I'm always up here with my makeup erasers. These are better than that. But we also have, we're going to put on this eyeshadow. So excited to use this with the brand new Sonia G limited edition Superstar Builder 2. This is $68 and new at Beautylish. It's kind of a community request in Blue Squirrel, which is going to be really sensual and lovely to use, which a gentle, kind of a gentle feel and a smooth lay down. And it was inspired by that original Builder 2 with the really chunky handle. So I'm really excited to use that. So that's up here starring with us today. Let's go outside and take a look at these in the warm California sunshine. Here's the Marc Jacobs products. We have Marc Jacobs products. We have Drawn This Way eyeliner in So Tea and You Wish, followed by the Heart on lipstick in On Red. There's that Legally Bronze in the 20 light medium. Then we have the Joystick blush in the Cherry Tease. And then the Born Star eyeshadow I was just showing you in Clapback and Act Natural. Clapback is that multi-chrome metallic shade. So I'll leave that up for you guys to look at. Let's go ahead and play with this because I'm really excited about it. We're going to use this new Sonia G Superstar Builder 2 into this beautiful matte shade right here, just to lay down some of this Act Natural. First thing I'm going to do is just lay it down into the crease. This brush is beautiful because you can use the flat side of it or the tip, and it's going to do whatever you want. It's like a multi-purpose brush. And the liners are really pretty. I wish I had tried the mascara. You guys will have to let me know. And then I'm going to show you this versatility of this brush by using the edge of it into the powder. And then I can use this big fat brush, will fit under the eye beautifully. All right, now let's do it. Let's go back into let's go back into Clapback. These I think are sold out on Sephora. I have to look at the it's like glass. That's what it feels like, cool glass. I have to go back onto the Marc Jacobs site. They'll be back. They'll be back. I think. I really do. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just like Sextra Terrestrial. So what I mean by that is that's that Pat McGrath shade. So I just put it on with my finger and it looks like, look at how it looks like I've put on a bunch of eyeshadow and done a whole day's work, and you saw how quick it was. There was a Makeup Forever shade that's exactly like this too, that I also compared to Pat McGrath's Sextra Terrestrial. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. That's insane. Look at that. One of those looks, which you saw me do it. You wouldn't believe me if you didn't see me do it, would you? How quick that was and beautiful. Okay, so when this was coming back, I thought, well, this is a changed makeup industry that Marc Jacobs is stepping back into. But, you know, and he's a creative force. And sometimes creative forces, there's no stopping them, right? With his beautiful nails and his ingenuity. Sometimes they shoot first and ask questions later, as the expression goes. So I thought, does he know what he's stepping back into? It's an overcrowded field. There's so much great makeup out now. I mean, back in the day, when Marc Jacobs first was released, and this stiletto eyeshadow palettes, remember the long ones, and the bronzer that I told you about, the eyeliners, all those things. I was doing makeup reviews in print at the time. You guys know I'm a journalist. And there was a lot of makeup that was no good. And so his line really stood out to me as excellent. So I thought, well, now you're coming back into a world where everything is excellent, Marc. How's that going to go for you? This is great. This so far is fantastic. Let's put a little bit more. Look at that. Look at that color. Look at how easily I put it on. It's not even on my teeth. And I over bronzed and over blushed for you guys because I really wanted you to see it. The packaging, I told you, it's very Jeff Koons to me. It's like a Mylar balloon, but in metal, like a sculpture. And I don't know if I showed you this. They slide open like that. Okay, so there's no mirror, but they slide open. But they're actually really secure. And this is the most whimsical, the blush packaging, and a little bit fluffy and silly. But I think the most artistic, honestly, is this bronzer packaging. I mean, you know, it's again that Mylar balloon, and we got the daisy because of his daisy perfume and Cody. But that and the slight whimsy of this lipstick case, very Jeff Koons, I keep saying it. And I already reported to you on how the eyeliner stayed, because that's really important to us. This is beautiful. I got home, long day. Like I said, UPS was holding this ransom, and then it was here. So I thought, let's just open it and do this is just a quick first impression. What I'm going to be doing is getting more shades. So tell me the shades that you want to see. So I can do an in-depth review as I've worn this for longer, and, you know, more on the eyeliners. Tell me what other lipsticks you want to see. I am interested in buying more because this seems like it's that good. Everything we would want from Marc Jacobs and more. It does seem that good. It doesn't seem like it's just hype. But I wanted to just get this, talk to you guys about my first impressions here. Tell me what other shades you want to see me try. And I should probably pick up that highlighter, right? Maybe the mascara? Should we do kind of a second go around? Let me know. After I've worn it a while, it does not seem to be hype. And we know that Sonia G's microfiber towels and her beautiful Superstar Builder 2, we know those are not hype at Beautylish, but I just wanted to include those. Tell me what else you guys want to see from me. You know, I'm over on Instagram and TikTok. You can join me there, and on Threads and Facebook. And we have a membership that meets here on YouTube every Friday for lives that I lead. So I'd love to see you guys there. Tell me what else you want to see and what you want to hear and what you're curious about. If you need any of these shades kind of comparing it to the old Marc Jacobs is apples and oranges, because that stuff is so expired. I do have it, but it's so expired, the comparison won't hold water, you guys. Brand new product to years and years old product since expired. I can do it though. Just let me know if you want to see it. I do those comparisons over on Instagram, and I am really in contact with my audience. So let me know your questions down below. And as I wear this more, I'll be able to answer more. We'll be able to revisit with more shades and things like that. Very excited about this collection. I thought it was going to be all pointless hype, but it doesn't appear to be. Sorry, you're going to have to spend your money on it. It's, look at that for a dark red lipstick. What a pretty, pretty re-debut. Re-debut? Did I make that up? I don't know. I like it. I like it. Marc Jacobs did good. Didn't let us down. I kind of knew he wouldn't. All right, let me know all your questions and thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.